don't have to show you any stinking watches.
Booshy, booshy, booshy.
I feel like I can't talk right. If I talk over myself.
Cold feet.
I love it, buku, 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 buku.
I feel like we're finally wired in. What's up, listeners? This is another episode of Cold Feet, the Cold Feet podcast.
Yeah, man.
Your voice that you just heard come in, that lovely voice, that's the lovely Trina Ang. How you
think
doing,
my
Trina?
voice is lovely?
I love your voice.
Oh, thanks.
It's so adorable.
It's weird listening to myself.
You listen to yourself?
Yeah, like when I go back and listen to the episodes.
You listen to the podcast?
Yeah, I do.
Weirdo.
Is that weird?
Nah.
I feel like I should listen to them.
I'll pop in. I can't hear myself talk too much either.
Yeah. I skip through some parts where I'm just like, I don't want to hear myself talk about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you sound like an idiot?
Yeah.
Or I sound like an idiot?
No, mostly me.
No, more often than
Sometimes
not.
I feel like I just talk in circles. I'm like, what is she saying? Like, I'm
mean,
like a freaking pander.
That's part of it. I feel like a lot of people will do that. They just don't get to the point of what they're saying. They just kind of have a lot of filler in what they're saying.
Yeah, that's how I feel like I am sometimes on the podcast.
I don't feel like that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just I'm just being hard on myself.
Critical, man.
Yeah, hard on myself.
Boy, too critical. Boy, man, dog. Why do I call you so many boy names?
I don't know, but you do.
I call you dude, bro.
Man. You call me
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I think it's just out of like, it's ironic. I'm not doing it on purpose. Like,
Right.
You're not my boy.
I'm your girl.
Been calling you doggy a lot. Shout out to Legion of Skanks.
Blah, blah.
Shouting out a podcast that they have no idea who we are, and that's how we do it here on Cold Feet.
That's
Just-
all right.
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about on this beautiful Sunday?
It's Sunday. Day of rest.
We rested. We were hungover, dude. Yeah. Doggy. Yeah.
I definitely used that rest day today.
Yeah. We were
think I
supposed to work
needed
out.
it.
We didn't work out.
Yeah, but that's all right. I've been going hard past couple days. Take my rest day today. Get back at it tomorrow. Happy Monday.
My butt's so sore.
All those thrusters.
Yeah, man.
How was that? First day back at the gym?
In like 2 months,
Yeah.
it was hard. I made
Was
it through it though.
You did
Yeah.
good though. I was
Yeah.
proud of you.
I did well.
Like, you didn't look like you were dying that much during the workout.
That much.
I've seen you worse.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen you, like, in a workout, like, I thought you were going to tell me you were going to throw up.
Really?
Yeah, and you didn't.
Yeah.
You
Actually, if I
didn't.
threw up, it would have been like a better. It would have looked better for me because I would. It would
Maybe, but
look
I
like
feel
was
like you
going
don't always
harder
have to throw up
than I
to have a
was.
good workout, Zach.
That's the mark of a good workout.
Yeah.
Vomit.
Oh, that's
Nah, man.
gross.
But yeah, I'm sore. I'm glad we didn't work out today. I couldn't have done anything. Wouldn't have been of much use.
That's all right.
But I feel good though. I like being sore.
Yeah, it's a good
Sore is a
feeling.
good thing.
When you go to sit down on the toilet.
Means you're growing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That last like inch or so when you're
Yeah.
falling.
Yep. And you just
You
have
feel
to
it.
plop down. Can't control
Plop.
it.
Don't say plop.
Why?
Talking about the toilet. Well, you don't have to be pooping. But whenever I'm sitting on the toilet, that means I'm pooping.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're a boy.
Really?
Unless
I am.
you pee sitting. Do you ever do that?
I have before.
Like, have you ever just gone to the bathroom to pee and,
I'm
like,
sure.
you sat down?
I'm sure. There's no memory that sticks out, but I'm sure I've done that before.
Like, you didn't have to poop, but you just sat down to pee.
Yeah. I think I have like a faint memory of me being sick and like I didn't want to stand. Like I felt lightheaded, so I just sat down.
That's
Or
acceptable,
I was just tired.
guess.
Yeah.
You would never do that in a public restroom, though, right?
Mm.
Like, just go to the bathroom and
I've
sit
done that
down
at
to
work.
pee. Sit down to pee.
I mean, I tried.
You're probably
it.
just, like, wanting to sit down, though.
Yeah, I wanted to sit down. I was working at like Dillard's. I was a dock associate. Yeah, and yeah, you get there early, you clean them all before people get there, and then you have a lot of free time. So I would just walk around, make sure like make them
your
look like I
rounds.
was washing things, and then make sure everything was like dusted, and then I would go and have my 10-15 minutes in the bathroom.
You
and-
like that, though.
What?
Your 10-15 minutes in the bathroom. That is part of your daily routine.
Yeah. We've been watching Bob's Burgers, and Bob, he has a 4:30 meeting every day, and he has to poop.
That's hilarious.
That's a funny fucking show. I'm surprised I didn't know about it before.
Yeah, you've been sleeping on Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
I've watched it a couple times here and there.
Yeah. Speaking of sleeping, we slept late today. You slept late. We had
Did
a little
I?
going away party last night. We went kind of hard. We had sake bombs.
Yeah, sake.
Were we obnoxious?
Probably. Dude, they definitely hated us.
Yeah.
And like the
At the
whole
Japanese restaurant?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole restaurant was like watching us take our sake bombs.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those like hibachi restaurants where you're sitting at the grill and like
We had 2 tables facing each other,
Yeah.
and everyone was just feeding off each other.
there wasn't that many tables in there. There was probably like what?
6, 8, 7.
I'd say like 7, and then like we took up 2 of them. So like every time our group just got loud, everybody's like attention got
over.
directed to us.
Yeah.
It was very annoying, but we were fun. Yeah. We were fun.
Every time I wake up in the morning after being drunk, I'm always like wary or self-conscious of how obnoxious I was the night before.
I think you just think you're being obnoxious and you weren't.
I don't know though. If you weren't drunk and you were around us, you could have thought we were so annoying. And there were
Yeah.
people who were not drinking with us.
I was thinking about that when we were at the bowling alley and like when our lane wasn't spitting out the balls
Mm-hmm.
the back to us, and we were like yelling over to the other people, "Hey, do y'all have extra balls?" Like what?
I don't know. It's all in good fun. We weren't like violent.
Nah.
We were just annoying.
Yeah, just drunk.
Yeah,
That's
too
all
much
right
beer.
though. Yeah,
much
beer
beer.
makes me so bloated.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
still
don't-
kinda
maybe
feeling it.
It's the beer, but like I feel like the beer was giving me like the poops all day.
Poops. I had gnarly farts last night.
Oh God, someone was farting so much
Babe,
last night.
I think
don't
that was
know.
me. I think you smell me. I tried to
Are
get
you
away from
sure?
everyone. I was like
People,
2 lanes down.
I think multiple people were farting.
Yeah.
I think that
We all ate the same food.
Yeah, and the farts were all really stinky.
You said some girl crop dusted you,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did.
which is like a funny like thought in your mind. Like some girl just walking by and toots on
She
you.
like said something to me walking past, and then all of a sudden I just smelled like a gust of
I think
fart.
she said, "I'm farting on you."
Maybe she did. I
Tooted.
don't know. It was gross though. Definitely it was crop dusted last
Yeah,
night.
I had top 5 stinky farts of all time last night. Like it felt hot, you know, when like it's coming out.
Oh,
it's
you're like, did I just shart?
yeah, or is that a little wet, or is
Yeah,
like
that's
is
disgusting.
that moist?
Definitely
one.
like I don't like when your farts are warm.
Yeah. The hotter the fart, the smellier it is. We're talking too much about farts, man.
I know. Farts
I don't
want
want to be like
but...
the weird fart podcast where we
Yeah,
talk about whatever because we're
We've
so
already
open.
talked about farts, pooping, and throw up.
Yeah. I guess we'll just knock it out in the first 8
We
minutes,
are
and then
disgusting.
if people want to still listen, then those are our true fans.
Yeah, I
Shout out to all the
guess
true
so.
fans.
Yeah, like all 4.
Yeah. Hey, don't put us down like that.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
We can't say 4 because then it'll stay at 4. We gotta create the
Listen, guys,
illusion.
we have tons of listeners. I just like to make it sound like we don't because
We don't have to lie. We don't have
I'm
to lie
being
now.
humble.
We have a growing audience.
Sure.
It's gonna turn into a rabid fan base, and then we're gonna have our own cult, like the Raj niche.
I don't understand this.
What?
Like, how can this group of people just like go into a city and start doing shit,
wanna
like
give people some
building
context?
stuff and like what?
You want to give people some context?
Oh, so we're talking about Wild Wild Country. It's
Yeah,
a
on Netflix, yeah.
Netflix documentary we've been watching about Antelope, Oregon, and how this group of people, like people call them a sex cult, a religious cult. I'm not really sure what they are. Maybe Zach knows, but they just like came into Antelope, Oregon, and just took over that shit and made their own fucking city, pretty much. But I just don't understand like how are they allowed to just do that?
because
Like,
they
don't they
came
have
in.
to?
They came in and they created a population in a city. I mean, you can't just like stop people from coming into your city and becoming a
Right.
know,
I
a
understand
citizen.
that, but I feel like it happened all so fast. Like, how did they just get there and start building stuff like days after? Like, isn't that like a process? Don't you have to like,
have permits and shit.
yeah,
I
to
don't
like
know.
do that kind of stuff? That's where I get confused, but maybe I'm just thinking too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just think it's crazy how all of a sudden, like one day, this large group of people show up and all of a sudden they're just building shit wherever they want. Like, who says they're allowed to do that?
They
Isn't
got
there?
cash and they're all like really smart people. They're like the cream of the.
I don't know.
the
That whole
crop.
thing is weird to me.
They have everyone. They have like lawyers. They have electricians. They have
Yeah, because they're like their
scientists
own
and engineers.
like community, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's so crazy though. Like, what if that worked? And this is the turning point of the whole thing. They got guns.
I know.
They were bombed at a hotel. They have like, different spots set up. So they had a spot set up in Portland where they owned a hotel and they had followers there, I guess trying to recruit more people. And someone blew up their hotel and then they're like, oh, we got to arm ourselves. We're not going to turn the other cheek.
Yeah,
And I
and
was
they
like,
didn't
it's
get
gonna-
like little guns.
Yeah. They started training too and releasing
Yeah.
training videos. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
that just like turns me off from it.
Yeah, because they're like supposed to be preaching and practicing how they're very peaceful and they don't indulge in like violence and stuff like that. And then here they are purchasing all these guns and training their people to attack if needed. Like, isn't that everything you're against?
Yeah. One of the guys who was against the cult, though, who was trying to, get rid of the cult, it was like a state, I don't know, like a senator or something. No, I actually, it was one of the residents who said it. They were like, I don't believe one person, especially like a living person, should have control over all these people because they don't have control over themselves. He has control over them. When like that's pretty much what a leader is in anything. That's the president, that's the mayor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's the principal at your school. So like,
that's what I was trying to say to you the other day when we were talking about it. Like, he mentioned that, but it's like that's basically what our country is. Like, we have one person that's in charge of all of us. That's the president. Yeah. So how can you talk about this country or this like community when you are basically living under the same thing, just in a bigger spectrum?
I know it's crazy the way they set up their community and like they got guns, which is weird, but like there's a lot of hypocrisy in the way that people were coming at them and trying to take them down when they were a part of this already. It's an old system, so they think it's the right system, it's the right way to do things, the right way to govern, but it's antiquated, but it's kind of like it's the same hierarchical structure. If you look at it, it's one person top down, and they have like minions, they have like people who are just below them, they have people who are below them, and then like it all kind of goes down, and there's all the way down to like the laborers, and that's what we have in the US. It's just like,
it's like also weird to me, like this happened when in like the 80s or something.
Yeah.
Like, how come this happened in the 80s, that's like what, 30 years ago, and we're just now like learning about this and finding out about this? That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I think a lot more. I mean, do you see this thing over here on the wall?
Yeah.
That's kind of what that guy was. Like, I read about him whenever I got this pamphlet in Tallahassee. It's Krishna, the Reservoir of Pleasure, and it has some guy on the back, and it's kind of like the same, guru style leadership. Right. I mean, if it helps people, it helps people, but don't get violent.
I think, I don't know what you were saying, but I think maybe like we're probably going to start not saying about that, but you had a train of thought, then you started going to something else. Yeah, but I think you were about to say that you think a lot more stuff is going to start coming out.
Oh yeah, like a lot more, not cults.
Things that just happen.
Cult,
yeah, I don't want to call it a cult either. I don't like cult. I don't like the word cult. People
slanderous.
Tell me like, people like make fun of me like, oh, you're CrossFit cult. Like, it's not a cult.
Yeah, it's just a group of like-minded people.
Yeah, it's not a cult.
What is the definition of a cult, though?
Ooh, let's see.
I mean, because it could be.
Are you looking it up?
I'll look it up. Okay. Cult definition. But it is weird when one person has control over people, and he starts to acquire like a lot of wealth. Like you fell asleep, but he started to appeal to like Hollywood elite and rich people.
They had like 17 Rolls Royces or something like that. Like,
and they were all given to him, so it wasn't like using people's money to buy this, but still, it's just a little much. Like if you can buy his influence with that, like you're not really
a lot.
A lot. Cult, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. So it's
pretty much a cult.
Yeah, that's a cult. But it's just like, it seems so harsh to call it a cult.
I know.
And those people, like the locals in Antelope, they were talking about the Rajneesh and the followers, and they do have like this weird 1,000-mile stare in their eyes. They look like they're on something, and apparently it's like a sober living place. Oh, did you get into where they were bringing homeless people in?
No.
Oh, they start to bust homeless people in because they want to take over the county, so they want to have as many voters as they can.
Yeah, I was trying to like read a little bit more about it, and it said that basically they were able to just bring all these people in and start outvoting all the like original residents.
Yeah, they were trying to take over the county, Wasco County, and they brought in these homeless people, and you have to be there for like 20 days. You have to live there, establish residency before you can vote in the county. But yeah, they busted all these homeless people, and eventually like they just started like, because like a lot of homeless people are crazy, and that's why they're homeless.
Right. They
started running amok, like hurting people, and like
the homeless people did.
Yeah, the homeless people.
Wait, so were they trying to like bring these homeless people in?
Yeah.
And like change them to
kind of
like,
reform them.
Okay.
It was all under the guise of like trying to spread prosperity with.
Okay. So they brought in these homeless people, and they were just not like following, or what?
No, yeah, they were just like a lot of them are crazy. You know what I mean? So they were just causing problems. And then the Rajneesh at one point were like, all right, so we got to pick out some, the certain troublemakers. Because a lot of them were like reforming. They were like, they felt respected. They had been treated shitty by society for however long. And then they were being accepted by the Rajneesh.
Right.
But a lot of them are just like there to mooch and do whatever. And
Place
so
to
they
live.
would, so the Rajneesh would take them by bus and just drop them off around Portland and around Oregon, and that's what's causing problems now in the documentary.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of fucked up. They would bust these people all the way in from like New York, like all the way across the country, and then
and
just
then
like,
they just like they're like, you're not.
we're done with
working,"
you,
and then
yeah,
bye.
because
Jesus,
we can't change you.
that's not
It's kind of
cool.
fucked up.
It is a little bit.
Kind of fucked up.
I don't know,
Anyways.
man.
Oh, I hit it twice. Anyways, that brings us to our first motherfucker segment.
Motherfucking sick.
Panda Fortune. Got your cookie ready?
I do.
What it is. Crack that cookie. What's it say, boo? What's it saying?
Ooh.
Bentley's excited.
Your genuine talents will lead you to success.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know. That's kind of, I like that one. That one's good. Just considering, like, just had, like, my little going away party thing, and, like, I don't know. I feel like we're making a big step here to branch out and see what else is in store for us, so that's pretty good.
What do you
I'll
think
take
your
it.
genuine talents are that will bring you success? As mentioned by the portion.
I haven't figured them quite out yet.
Well, today you're like researching how to get your CrossFit certification so you can coach. Do you think
Yeah.
you're good at coaching?
I like being able to help people.
Hmm.
I like being able to help people.
What is this, Miss America?
Yeah, right.
I like helping people.
And like changing
pace.
their lives. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what all my genuine talents are. I don't feel like I should be able to have to listen.
Change their lives for the better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does yours say?
Okay.
Don't. You already opened it. Don't put the wrapper.
I got caught on the video.
Yeah.
God, I actually ate the fortune cookie the other night. It was good.
Really? I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you were eating them the other night.
Cool fortune. Today is your lucky day.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's all it says. Panda Express.
Great. The other day, Zach was eating his fortune cookie, which is strange because we usually don't eat them. But he cracked it open. Guess what? No fortune.
No fortune.
Nothing. Nada.
What does that mean? You know?
Seems very like voodoo-ish.
Yeah, right. Like I have no future.
Oh my god.
Well, it's okay though. It's like nothing's gonna happen today because it's my lucky day. Durr.
Right. I mean, you haven't really left the house today.
I left the house today.
Okay, you left to get bangs. This episode is sponsored by Bang
Bang energy. Drink.
Energy Drinks. BCAAs.
Yeah, but you haven't left.
So? It's
So
not going to be my lucky day.
let's go get some lasagna.
Ooh, lasagna
My
sounds
parents.
so good.
How weird was that yesterday? Not weird, but like kind of crazy. Like we went to my little brother's like prom send off.
Prom send off.
Yeah, my mom had dinner at our house or at their house, and they had some lasagna. Took some pictures.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Just it made me feel old.
I felt so old.
Yeah, especially you.
God.
Just kidding, you're not that old. But I did feel kind of old. Like, aw, like I remembered it like it was yesterday. Like I was getting ready for prom. Prom was fun.
My senior prom was like whatever.
Yeah.
My junior prom was whatever too.
Junior, senior. I went
Yeah.
freshman, junior, senior year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Slore.
I could have went in sophomore year, but I just didn't.
Would you have an older boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I went freshman, sophomore, senior year. I didn't get to go my junior year because that was when I tore my ACL. So I was like in a fucking crutches and a big ol' thing.
Gross.
I know, right?
Man. Whatever.
So, I was at your prom. Your
You
senior
were?
year.
Gross.
Great.
Good to know. Good to know you're
Honestly.
with another dude that night. And
Oh my gosh.
I went to my senior prom alone. I went by myself. I went with the boys.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Junior year was such a letdown.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't really remember prom that much.
Yeah.
I remember like the dresses I wore. And I don't really remember like the prom itself, like the actual dance.
Oh yeah, I was only there
You
for
know
like
what I
half
mean?
an hour.
Like, I remember like everything leading up to it, getting ready, all that, but like the actual dance wasn't that much fun.
Well, this isn't that much fun. Talking about prom.
Rude. Did
kinda-
you know most girls get their first period around age 12?
Period talk. Period alert. 12.
Age 12.
That
yeah.
seems old.
Does it?
I got mine whenever I was.
Oh yeah, when? What age did you get yours?
That actually seems young. I remember in 8th grade, this girl, it was like one of my first girlfriends. Her name was Rachel Diaz, I think.
What's up,
Maybe-
Rachel?
Maybe we should not say her name. in the
Well,
pod-
too late.
Oh,
You
too
already
late.
did. Sure,
She got her period, and she was like kind of like a tomboyish girl, and she didn't realize what was going on, and then someone had to like point it out. She had blood on her
It's very embarrassing.
on her pants.
Like
yeah.
as a female, like growing up, that shit's weird. In the olden days, girls didn't get their first period until around age 16 or 17. So like in the 1800s. But they say now like they're starting to get them younger because of stress and
Ugh.
different diets.
And I heard antibiotics will do that too.
Start it earlier.
Yeah, and just exposure to hormones growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At a
and
younger
diet.
age.
Yeah, I guess diet you covered in that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I still remember
girls
like
are
the
just
first time I got, well, not, I don't know. I remember the first time I like told my mom that I think I got my period. It was like after soccer practice, I got home and like went to the bathroom, like took off my underwear, and I saw like red stuff in my underwear, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think you were dying.
I don't know. It was weird. And then I just like went back into my room and like put the underwear on my bed, and then like called my mom and like, hey, can you come look at this? She's like, yep, that's your period.
Just like that.
Pretty much. But my period was always like weird, like irregular. It still kind of is. It's starting to get a little bit more regular as I get older, but like playing sports, it always was like I never really knew when it was coming. Like some ladies know like the exact day, the time that they're going to get their period. Like,
You can't feel it coming on?
I can feel it coming on, but it doesn't start like at the same.
Yeah, your boobs get fuller.
Yeah.
Boobs get big.
I PMS too.
No idea what you're talking about.
I PMS.
I disagree.
We all PMS.
No, dude, but you get angry. You
I
got
know.
hangry the other day.
Yeah, I think I was PMSing really bad that day. Like, especially when I was driving home with fucking Bentley in the car. Like, he's pissing me off, Zach. Like,
Yeah.
well, what happened was he got all like tangled up in his foot with his leash, and he was just like going around in a circle, making it worse. And it was frustrating me because he's just like running around in my back seat, and he can't like fucking put it together in his brain that if he just lays down, it'll make it better. So I got really angry at him, and I was like, lay the fuck down. And then he laid down, and it was fine. And he just fucking laid there, and then he didn't like move anymore. But like after I did that, like I had a little realization in my car, like, Trina, holy shit.
Yeah, you never apologize.
Well, I'm sorry.
You can do it right. Oh, thank you.
But
Capture that on camera, on audio.
PMS is a real thing. It is
So,
a real thing.
Recognize.
I am
and
right
be
now.
nicer.
And okay.
Yeah.
I did it right now.
Good.
But I just want to say, while we're on the subject of period talk, that ladies need to be keeping track of their periods, aka maybe use like a period app, period diary. No, seriously, because it does kind of help me figure out, especially like if you're like me and they're like irregular and you don't really know when they're coming, kind of helps you like know when she's gonna come visit you.
Yeah, man. You make me nervous every month with that.
Why?
Because we be having sex. We don't be using protection.
Yeah, but
And you know.
well,
Anything
don't
could
be
happen.
stupid. That's
Yeah.
you.
The pull-out method works.
It's working so far.
Oh my god.
I remember like when I had to go to the doctor one time, and like she was like, so like you're not on birth control, and I was like, no. And she's like, do you and your boyfriend use condoms? I was like, no. She was like, well, you know, the pull-out method doesn't really work all the time.
It works. It's
It's like,
effective.
okay.
It's better than not pulling out.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
That's what like I used to think in my head. Like, why would you tell kids it doesn't work? I mean, I get you want them to use condoms, but if they're not going to, tell them it's not going to work is not as effective as saying like it's better than, you know, blasting away in there.
Right. Like tell them that that's an option.
That's an option.
Instead
It's
of,
not as
like-
good as condoms, obviously, but
Right. Instead of like telling
doesn't not work.
children and young adults like don't do that, just tell them like, hey, like there's going to be a higher risk of pregnancy if you're using this method. But
It's like telling kids all drugs are bad.
right, weed's not bad, man.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, yeah.
It's a plant. They give it to cancer patients. That's my argument. Every time.
All right, you said you had a question for me.
It's not really like a question. Okay, I said question, but I think I meant more of like kind of like a challenge for you. So I want you to like think of something to be conscious of, like maybe throughout the week, whatever, throughout your days, that you think would better yourself.
Okay.
So for me, like I've been recently been trying to be very conscious of my posture, like standing up straight, sitting up straight when I'm driving, when I'm eating, because there's a lot of benefits to that. And I catch myself a lot like hunching my shoulders down, and it just looks bad. Looks like you don't have confidence. One time my mom told me, I don't know if she's going to remember this. I know she listens sometimes, but she told me one time that I walk like I have no confidence. So, and it's because I slouch. And it really does. Like when you stand up straight and like your posture is good and your spine is up nice and tall, like you like just look in the mirror and do it a couple times, like slouch and then stand up straight. Like you can see yourself, like you just look better and you'll feel better. And
You'll have more confidence.
exactly.
Maybe more confidence to ask for more rice at Chipotle.
Listen, I don't like to be that person.
All right. But can like the posture thing could it leak into your confidence? Because sometimes you be doing this thing where, like, let's take the Chipotle example for instance.
All right, let's
for
take it.
example. And let's, so we go to Chipotle. We're like, oh, that rice looks good. I want some extra rice. You say, hey, can I get some extra rice?
I
Lady.
ordered my bowl I said, can I get extra white rice?
Yeah. So she, girl's scooping rice. She goes, the bare minimum of what's acceptable.
She was a rice.
Definitely not extra. Okay. Trina doesn't say anything, accepts it. I move up in the line, and I say, I want some extra rice. Like, I was very confident in the way I said it. She did some rice action, put it in there. It's a little more than yours. What did I do?
It was a little bit more, and then he asked for even more.
It was the point.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't always have to be about the point.
God.
I didn't want to, like, be that person. Maybe it's because I work in food. I don't know, but I just...
What person? A person who gets what they want? A person who sits up straight and asks for more rice. That's the person that Trina Eng should and want to be. What is it? Should be and want to be.
All right. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I hate, like, being, like, meh. Like, I don't know.
Be like
they
that.
don't charge us for more rice, so, like, I don't want to... Like, when people come to freaking my work and they ask for multiple baskets of bread, like, it's annoying.
It's not about the rice of the bread. It's about the bigger picture. It's
I
about
know.
Trina as a whole and standing up for herself and getting what she wants instead of getting to the car and be like, that bitch shouldn't give me extra rice. Like, that's anger that you're holding with you instead of just letting out that little microaggression.
I guess, but, like, it's
You
not
could just let it
that
out.
big of a deal,
And how did I do?
honestly.
I was like, oh, can I get some more? Like, I love y'all's rice. I wasn't like, more, please. And she was
Okay,
still a
but
little
she
sassy.
did freaking look you up and down.
I don't give a shit. She didn't
You were
do
not
as I
that
asked.
nice. You were very sarcastic about
I
it.
was like, I love y'all's rice. Can I just get a little more?
It was very,
I said, I said,
like-
keep it coming. Come on, let's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like that.
Keep
I
it
love y'all's.
coming.
Yeah, I did
my
feel a little
God.
douchey for saying keep it coming.
Yeah. Keep it coming. Like, what?
I don't know though. It's just I'd rather let it out. Everyone be cool rather than me like harbor that negativity.
I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's my
That's your
thing
thing.
for you. I want you to
Find one thing.
find something that you think you can better yourself with, and
I gotta. This is my thing. I think it's my biggest thing. I gotta get up and get going.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Like in the morning, like if I get up and if I have to wake up and I have to do something, like have an interview, I have to, go help out with something or go to like the hospital to see my cousin.
Right.
As of recent, like I'm about it, and like once I'm up, I'm good and ready to go for the day.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta get moving.
Yeah. So I
It's
gotta
hard
get
to do
up.
that.
Yeah, and get like the blood flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood flow will help a lot.
I'm terrible at that. I love sleep.
You really do, but you know what I always say? Sleep when you're dead.
I look so young though for my age. It's because I sleep.
Oh my god, I know. I think that's sometimes where I look. Like, I have like kind of like a baby face, but I get these like horrible bags under my eyes because I don't sleep that much.
Look, your face
And
is so
it makes
soft
me-
and smooth right now
Oh, thank you.
because
I
you've been
got
sleeping.
some sleep today, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, sleep gets boring after a while. You just lay in bed. Like I could not do it this morning. Like after it got to a certain point, I was just like, I cannot just keep laying here anymore. So I got up.
I know. And that like we have a rooster going off in the backyard. It's fucking bullshit. No, but I have the best dreams.
You told me you don't even remember your dreams.
But when I do, though, they're awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'd rather just live in that. Is that weird? Is that dark?
It's kind of dark, yeah.
I'd rather just live in my dreams.
Ooh, that's kind of scary, man.
I know. Like, what if I just get trapped there?
It's like
and caught
Inception. Like,
Yeah.
you're just, like, you're stuck in the fucking
there? That is
whatever
dark.
it
Because
is.
then, like, your dreams are better than reality.
It's not
so you're
always,
like-
though. Haven't you ever heard of nightmares?
Well, that's not a dream then, Trina, is it?
Technically, it's still a dream.
It's like the square rectangle phenomenon.
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't
no,
know.
because a rectangle is a square, but a square isn't a rectangle because all the sides of
No,
the square
you
is the
got it.
opposite.
Yeah,
All right, so a rectangle is a square
Square's
is a
a
rectangle,
rectangle.
but a rectangle is not a square
Yeah.
because of the size. Like the side, the length of
proportions,
the sides of the rectangle.
Yeah.
But since a square is a rectangle because it has 4 sides.
Yeah. And my dreams are never square. You know what I mean?
No, but you do have reoccurring dreams,
I know. I have this reoccurring festival dream.
and that's so weird to me.
Yeah.
We need to get to the bottom of that.
It's
Are we like? Can you like what a? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Google festival dream and what it means.
Reoccurring dreams.
It means you are not letting go of the past.
Yeah, right.
No, I will have a dream that I'm at a festival. I'm with some friends, some random people I know, some people from, right now in life, some people from my past, some people I don't even know, just random, faces. And I'll get lost and not be able to find anyone. And I'll be running around and I'll keep seeing the same stages, the same things, the same people, but I can't ever get to where I need to go.
That's so weird.
Like I can't get to my tent or
You know
campsite
that,
or anyone
like,
I know.
So, like, when you're in a dream and you see people's faces, they're not random. Like, they're faces that you've seen before in your life.
Yeah.
You just don't know who they are.
Because you're constructing them out of
Yeah.
something.
That
But what if my
makes
brain's just so advanced that I just
make up your
be
own
coming
people?
up with new faces?
That's weird. In general, reoccurring dreams indicate the presence of an unresolved and persistent conflict in an individual's life. And the theme or central image of the dream provides a stage for this conflict to play out.
Oh, are they playing freaking Tiesto on the stage? Damn.
Anyways. Oh, remember that one movie we watched about the reoccurring dream? Shit, it was like her birthday or whatever, and she kept falling asleep, waking up, and it kind of like taught her to be a better person because she was like controlling her dream. What was
Yeah.
it called?
Happy birthday.
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day.
That was a pretty good movie. I didn't mind it.
It was like cheesy, but it was good. It was a new take on a scary
the
movie.
only thing with that is like it got to the point where I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, how
Is
many
this
times are gonna
gonna-
go? How many times are you
yeah.
gonna die?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on. So.
Yeah, and it didn't really make sense. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, how is one person controlling how many times you die? Like, it was just like, how do they have this weird power? The person who was killing her kept killing her in different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
But she just had
And
to
she had to figure out who was killing her.
Yeah, and she just had to be a better person and stop it.
Yeah.
So maybe you just need to be a better person.
I'll be waking up early.
There you
So,
go.
but how, I think there's working on yourself and there's working on yourself so you work better with others. Like, what's one thing that we could do so we can work well with others and maybe we can work better with ourselves? Because it was our objectives are just us. Like, it's not being nicer to people. It's not helping other people. Like, how can we better ourselves and help people rather than just bettering ourselves?
Well,
Could you be a better coach? I'm just
I
kidding.
probably
I don't know.
could.
Yeah.
I don't really have an answer to that at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a question I have to think about.
Yeah.
Think about that. What is something I can do to better myself to better other people?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, to help other people.
I think you can't help other people unless you like feel like you're at your own best. So I feel like you need to, in a way, like take care of yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I'm saying this like
Because you're being selfish.
like back ass words, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I feel like until you feel completely confident in yourself that you can help other people, you're not going to be able to do that. Does that?
I think that's just an excuse not to help people.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that is selfish of me to say, but sometimes it's all, I hate to say it, sometimes it's all about yourself, but sometimes you can't get past things unless you focus on yourself.
Yeah. There's not one thing you can do to like not
you
even
tell me.
like, I don't know, like
Oh, you don't have an answer either.
I know for me, like, my cousin just got in a horrific accident. He can't, like, walk or do anything. Like, people have to take care of him. So I want to be there for my mom, who's kind of, like, by my aunt's side taking care of him. So I want to, like, help my mom out, help her out at the house because she's not home. She's at my, you know, cousin's rehab center now, like, helping him try to walk and shit. So, like, I want to help her.
Okay.
And that's, like, something I'm bettering myself to do to help others.
Well, you found it for you, and I just haven't found it yet for myself.
You're a terrible person.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. You know, when I say these things, like, I'll say it, and then, like, you'll, like, really take it to heart. It, like, hurts my heart.
Yeah, because, like, you're somebody like I love, and I, like, value your opinion and things that you say. So when you do say things like that, it does kind of hurt my heart. Mm-hmm. Anyways, the average woman will spend nearly 10 years of her life menstruating.
Is that how we got there? We started on periods?
10 years.
God, he will not chill out. Come here, lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
In other words, about 3,500 days of the average woman's life will be spent, quote unquote, on the rag.
I'm going to kick him out. He's annoying the shit out of me. We'll
it.
pause. We'll be right back.
So Zach didn't kick him out, but he did decide to lay down now and be good.
Damn it.
Maybe you need to have more authority with him.
He's so annoying.
No, he's not.
I love our dog, but I hate how he acts sometimes. Like, I know it's like he's just bouncing back whatever energy we're giving off. Like, if we're nervous, he's going to be nervous. But sometimes I'm just like, dude, calm the fuck down. There's chill dogs everywhere.
Yeah, he's not.
God.
He's still kind of young. He's only like 4.
I even drugged him the other day.
Yeah, the Benadryls didn't really do that much to him.
Didn't do anything.
I don't think
We
so.
tried to calm him down for his, you know, we had him over at my parents' house for a night just to watch the dogs. And Trina brought him home, and he was freaking out in the car. I thought 2 Benadryls would help. Didn't do anything. Still panting and going crazy. No one gives a shit about our dog problems.
I don't give a shit about our dog problems.
Oh my God.
They're not even like that bad. Our dog problems are not bad dog problems.
Yeah.
They're not problems where I need to be like, I used to have problems with him, like where it's very stressful, but he's gotten a lot better. So I'm going to give him credit where it's due.
I'm not.
That's rude.
I'm going to look at him and call him names.
You already do that.
I mean, he doesn't know what I'm calling him as long as I say it in like a nice voice.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you, Bubba.
Yeah.
You're
It's
such
all
a
about the
shit face.
tone.
Oh, I hate
All
you.
about the tone.
All right, we got to watch this video. State of Tao. Fuck, man. Hold on. We'll be right back. The GoPro shut off again. Sorry for the technical issues. Last time the GoPro cut off in like 5 minutes, so we didn't get to record the episode. I want to record this episode. Put it on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, first one on the YouTube.
Get some content going.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to that video that I just frickin'.
Is there any way you can have me pull it up so I can put it on the screen?
No, it's okay. We just need the audio.
Okay. Not a problem.
I'm only gonna like play different clips that were fucked up, and we'll explain it afterwards.
You know what you signed up for today? I did know what I signed up for. Can you tell me?
All right, maybe I do need to set it up before. This is a fraternity. They're doing some like weird, I don't know what it is. It's like they're doing skits in their basement of their fraternity house, and I don't know if they're being like they're trying to be funny or like they're being serious in the language they're using or what. But it's weird, and like they've gotten a lot of blowback this week. And
Okay.
They've been expelled from the campus, so there's no longer this fraternity.
I have a question. Does race play any role in this? Like, I'm being serious. I mean, I don't know.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
Yeah, let's let it play out right quick. All right. So the visual, some guy standing with a beer can, and there's a guy, I guess a pledge, on his knees, and I'll just let it play out. He's stroking the beer can, like a dick, acting like he's giving it, you know.
I think you're ready, my son. Do you know the oath? Fuck black people. And fuck spigs. Get close. Amen. I thought we practices enough. Okay, back in my part of the woods, we do it like this. It's called anointing.
Called anointing? What?
I solemnly swear to always have hatred in my heart for niggers. Spicks. Most importantly, finish the sentence. The what, Aaron? The fucking kikes.
Jesus. All right, so that's kind of a lot to unpack. It's fucking crazy, just out of context. We don't know what's going on, but it's still not a good look. Like, why would you even say that shit, especially today? Like,
Yeah, I
what?
still don't really know what's going on though.
They're all just like doing skits in the basement of their fraternity house, and some idiot's recording it, and like I don't know if they were doing it out of satire, like making fun of people in the backwoods
Well,
for
it
saying this
sounds
kind of
like
shit.
it.
Yeah,
Or-
it sounds like it. But
Well,
I wanted to
where
get
is-
your.
like, where are they?
They're at the fraternity house.
No,
in their
I
basement.
know what state. Where, like, geographically, where is this?
Oh, it is in Syracuse, New York.
So,
Yeah.
well, it sounds like they're all talking in like fake Southern accents. So,
Right?
Are they like, if they're
And
in
one
New
of the-
York, like there's, you know what I mean?
One of the guys has an LSU sweater on too. One of the guys in the video is coming in and just like, throwing in. I don't even know what he's saying. It's saying inaudible every time he talks. So I don't know what he's saying. But it's just kind of crazy. Like everyone's going crazy about this. We don't even know what's
and
in
they're
the
just
back.
laughing, and I feel like they're laughing because they just hear people saying inappropriate words.
Yeah.
Like.
So
they're
you don't
not-
think it's malicious?
No, I do think it is.
Really?
Kind of.
Yeah. I think they're idiots for saying all this stuff, especially on camera. Like, for sure, get whoever was recording and be like, what? Like, why would you
Yeah,
post that?
I definitely feel like they're being offensive.
Yeah. But I don't think it was malicious. Like, I think it's a weird culture they have. Like, it's definitely not, like, something I would be a part of.
Is it all a bunch of white kids?
There's a mixed kid in the background, and it looks like some Jewish kids. I mean, you can't tell. Obviously, it's a little racist. I said that. But it's not a good look either way, man. But I don't think these kids should have their lives ruined over some stupid video.
Yeah, and like they're in a fraternity, so they're not that old.
Yeah, they're
like,
young.
Come on.
So I'm
what
saying
are you,
kids.
What are you doing? I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
They're going to be, I don't know, like they're never
Yeah,
going to
so
be.
what's happened to them?
They've been expelled from the fraternity has been
Kicked
kicked
off or whatever.
I don't know about the students, but like, do you
And
think
that
they should be expelled from the
sucks
school?
too, like that, if you're like you weren't a part of that in your fraternity like that night or whatever, and like all because of these stupid kids just did that. Now your fraternity is just getting like kicked off campus. Like
Yeah.
that sucks. Takes
I
one
think
person
Greek
to
life
ruin
is
it.
weird anyways. Like,
Yeah, you were in a fraternity for a little bit.
I'm not about it.
What?
I
was
pledged
that like?
twice.
What was that like for you?
It was weird. I didn't really fit into that culture. Like, I shouldn't have done it. It was a waste of time.
You had experience from it.
Like, I saw through it, like, the second time I was pledging. The first time, I was pledging, and, like, my grades started to slip, so I stopped to, like, salvage my my
what
grades.
does pledging mean?
Pledging is, like, usually, like, an 8-week thing during the semester to where you're the fraternity's bitch. Like, you're a DD, designated driver, so, like, there would be one night a week where, like, 4 or 5 of us would be on call, so, we'd have to pick up brothers to, like, instead of, like, them getting a cab, like, we would have to go drive them.
Did you experience any hazing? Are you allowed to talk about
A
that?
little bit, but it was nothing crazy. Like, we heard of other fraternities at FSU,
Doing,
because
like,
that's where I
way
did
worse
the
things.
pledging. I'm not gonna say any names of fraternities.
Right. Can I ask, so did you pledge for the same
But you didn't let
fraternity
me finish.
each
But, like,
time?
we heard people were getting, like, beat up in other fraternities and stuff, and, like, there was real hazing, but, like, we didn't have to go through that. We just
Right.
had to, like, basically do team building and bonding stuff.
It's not like horrible, I guess.
Yeah. And the way they got away with the designated driver thing, like, they just told us, like, it's a great way to bond with your fellow brothers or whatever, to get to know them. So, I mean, that's cool. But...
Did you pledge for the same fraternity twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the second time, like, kind of halfway through, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I kind of just, like, I was also, like, doing a lot of psychedelics and just doing drugs and, like, not really going to class. I was, like, over, being in Tallahassee. Like, I didn't like to drink, You know what I mean? That's all you do in Tallahassee is go out and drink and party.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my scene. I wanted to do hallucinogens and find myself and go to music festivals and get lost
Yeah. Maybe that's why you're still having that dream.
and be weird. Yeah.
It's a weird dream to have.
I know, right?
I've never had like a reoccurring dream. I have dreams that I remember like very vividly.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing I had to do was eat something. Like they said it was from like the bottom of their fridge. Like we all had to
Ew.
eat it one night.
Do you know what it was?
I have no idea.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
That was really gross. And I remember I rapped one time. I kind of killed like this freestyle.
No. Was
Yeah.
it good?
It was like 4 lines, but like everyone was like, "Oh." It was awesome. Yeah, I remember one time I had done acid, and I came in and we're all supposed to like get up, like dress up into like costumes, and like there's like a big rabbit there, like because we were all in costume. I was like the nerd, so like I was pretty, you know. I wasn't dressed too crazy, but then I walk in, I'm like tripping on acid, and like these freaking
Did they
costumes
make
everywhere.
you do acid, or
No,
you
I just
like,
did it. I was hanging
decided
out
to
with
do
my
it
other
that
friends.
day?
Yeah, I was hanging out with my other friends who weren't doing the
Oh my
fraternity,
God.
and then I forgot about our little function. Like fuck.
That's weird.
Yeah, just going and being weird around all these people.
Yeah. I don't really know about Greek life. I've never really been exposed to it.
I don't know.
I don't know if it would necessarily be like my thing, or if
It's
I would
definitely, like-
enjoy it. But
It's like a good old boys thing. Like I don't. It's a dying thing, as it should be.
you
It's a
think
weird
so?
culture. Yeah. Shouldn't be a thing.
A lot of things shouldn't be a thing.
Hmm.
Like texting and driving. That should not be a thing. The other day, I was driving. I looked in my rear view, and this lady had kids in her back seat. She was eating, and she had headphones in her ears. That shit made me so mad.
Damn.
So mad. You know, like our brains, like they're not like made to actually like people cannot multitask. Like scientifically, it is like proven we don't know how to multitask. It's impossible. Like your brain is able to switch from task to task at like a very fast like speed, but you're not really multitasking. So when people think that they can actually multitask, they cannot. Like it says, like if you say you can multitask, you're deluding yourself.
You don't think you can go on like autopilot mode to where like you're driving and you see stuff in front of you? You maybe not be able to react as quick, but like you kind of are cognizant of what's going on in front of you and have like a texting conversation or like text out of the corner of your eye. You can't. You know, you can't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it like an older lady who had all these kids in their car with her?
She was probably like 30s, late 30s.
Yeah, that's too
I
old.
don't really know.
It's too
I
old.
couldn't really tell. She had kids.
I feel like if we ever do develop that part of our brain that can multitask, like drive and text, like it's gonna be the younger generation who are already doing it.
You can't though.
Yeah.
You cannot multitask.
But kids are like around our age and younger, they're better at texting and driving. I've noticed.
Yeah, but they're
It's
just.
still fucked up, but they're better at it.
You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you should, but they're better. Like older people, you can tell like when they're
It's not
swerving,
something to
like
brag about.
he's on his phone for sure, and then I'll pass by and he's like got his phone all the way down here in his freaking glove
Yeah,
compartment.
you can
almost.
just tell. Like that's well, not you can just tell. That's just when you don't catch them fucking swerving. But you know they probably do it.
Yeah.
You caught them while they were doing it good. They shouldn't be though. Don't text and drive, people. Seriously, don't text and drive. Don't fucking jaywalk either. That shit pisses me off too. When people jaywalk, use the fucking crosswalk, whatever it is.
I saw this whole long status of a girl who, she was like, this morning I stepped off the sidewalk and was hit by a truck, and the guy got out of the truck, looked at me, and then just like drove off, and everyone around me like was like, oh my god, I saw what happened, I'm sorry, and like she was freaking out, she was crying, she thought she was really badly injured, and then at the end it was like, more of the story like don't jaywalk. And I was like, why couldn't you say that at the beginning? And like I wouldn't have read this whole thing feeling
wants you to read the
sorry
whole
for
thing,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was like,
Yeah,
you
she wants you to
jaywalked.
feel sorry when in the end, like it was kind of your fault.
It was her
You
fault.
fucking jaywalked. Like, all right, so what did you think was gonna happen?
And some dude hit you, and he saw that you weren't dead, and you're moving and shit.
Yeah.
And you drove off.
Probably were jaywalking because you were too busy looking down at your phone trying to walk and text at the same time, which you can't do that either.
He was probably looking at his phone too, though. He was probably scared.
Everybody's just
fuck.
looking at their phones these days. Look at my phone over here. Look at
hitting
my
each
phone.
other,
Stupid.
running into each other. All right, last thing we can go. I've got some basketball games to watch, so I don't want to edit this. There's Cavs at 8 Sunday. Let's see if they can even up the series with the Pacers. Did you know though? Little factoid before we sign off. that it's not a fact actually. Some guy, Kenyon Martin, he was the first overall pick in the 2000 NBA draft. He said that he believes over 85% of players and coaches smoke weed
Really?
in the NBA.
That's what's up.
They only test once a year, so there's really no way to get caught. Like you just quit for a couple weeks and then take the test, but they don't test during the season. That's crazy.
Like marijuana is like, I'm pretty sure like it's been proved that it helps like muscle recovery.
Really?
Yeah. So like that's not a surprise to me that athletes smoke pot.
Huh? It doesn't really help me.
Really?
No.
Maybe I could be making.
I think you're making that. I think cannabinoids do because they help with inflammation, but I don't know if like marijuana by itself is just like it helps, muscle growth or. That's not really what you said though.
Cannabis is, well.
You said it helps.
Cannabis is an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
So it does kind of help with like.
Recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Smoke weed, everybody.
I work out and smoke pot.
No, you don't. Are we saying that we do on the podcast?
Yeah.
On video? I mean, we're not
did.
smoking weed on video, but yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
That's a little something I don't think people knew about us.
That we smoke pot?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
You get shit done. I don't really get shit done.
I feel like I'm a functioning pothead though.
I'm not.
Like seriously, like I can smoke. Like I like to like wake up in the morning and smoke and then like do shit.
God, I cannot.
No, you will smoke and then just fucking. Like I said the other day, you're the girl on the couch.
In the
fucking,
commercial?
Yeah, the flat one that's stuck. He's stuck like Chuck.
Meredith, ever since you started smoking weed, you're no fun.
That shit's so funny. Yeah. She's just flat on the couch.
I know that about myself, and like I haven't been smoking during the day as much.
Yeah.
So. I
feel like when you like, if you know that and you're aware of it, then you can control
and avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the podcast for this week. We'll probably come in with another. We're gonna start, I think, recording 2 during the week.
Yeah.
Or give you 2 episodes in a week span. So I think that'll be good. We're gonna get the YouTube channel up and running.
Yeah, I really want to focus on that.
I think we need to get our Facebook numbers up too. We haven't really done anything with the Facebook.
Yeah.
You gotta start inviting people. You don't want to do Facebook?
I don't really.
Do you want to delete our Facebooks together?
No.
You like to keep in touch with fam on there.
Yeah, I honestly I like Facebook to like post pictures of.
That's Instagram
like,
though.
I know. Like I'm not like I don't like to get on Facebook and like fucking troll and share my opinion about stuff
that's
and
annoying.
do all that.
Yeah.
I just like to like. I feel like it's okay. Remember Photo Bucket?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Facebook's like my photo bucket now.
It's for memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, to look back on and archive and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Facebook's too proper. Like, you can't just say crazy shit on there because, like, it's people who you know, like, it's your grandparents, your aunts and uncles,
like,
so you can't just...
Or, like, in one of my cases, like, people, like, where I work, a lot of people, I'm a coach somewhere, people start adding me, and I feel like I have to filter what I say or not say certain things because I have this person on my Facebook. I don't want my Facebook to be like that, honestly. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like feeling like I can't say what I want or post.
Seems vanilla because you have to be, like, you have to toe the line.
Like, that's not really me. But at the same time, like, if you are trying to get to know me from my Facebook, then who are you?
Right.
You know?
True.
So.
Trucifer. All right, guys. So, yeah, check out our growing, ever-growing Facebook, Instagram. Our Instagram is actually growing pretty fast, so check that out.
Yeah, we got over 100 followers, man.
Let's not give numbers anymore, okay? It's growing. It's ever-growing. Cold Feet Podcast on everything.
Why are you so embarrassed?
Search the Cold Feet in your little iTunes podcast app. Give us 5 stars.
www.coldfeat.com.
Check out our links, the music, and we love you. See you next week.
Yeah, man. Peace.
Oh, it gon' go, go, go. Oh, oh. Papa, he was gone trying to make a dime. Mama kept us warm when there was no sunshine. I was busy building up my reputation.